Hey, Baylor fans, this is your call to gear up with Harley-Davidson of Waco. Whether you're hitting the open road or tailgating at McLean Stadium, we've got the ride to match your Bear pride. Check out our wide selection of new and pre-owned motorcycles, visit our service department, or shop all the latest gear and accessories to show off your Baylor spirit and Harley pride. Visit us today and find your freedom on two wheels. Harley-Davidson of Waco, where Baylor fans never ride alone. Visit in-store or at hdwaco.com. Sick 'em Bears. Everybody, welcome into this week's Sick 'em Podcast presented by Harley-Davidson Waco, HD Waco. We love it. Get her going on HD Waco, middle of the summer. But man, do we have an interview for you today as we welcome back, I'm going to say welcome home, Blair Shankle to Baylor Women's Tennis, the new associate head coach for Baylor Women's Tennis, former All-American here. Welcome back.
Thank you. So great to be back and happy to be here with you.
Appreciate your time. Yeah. What's it like to be back? I mean, you had such a great career here, and you've moved around several places, really. We'll talk about that. Yeah. What's it like to be back?
It's surreal a little bit, very full circle moment for me. Obviously, I led my time as a student athlete, and then I was a grad assist for a year as well, finishing up my master's. And so to be able to come back, and I'm dating myself, but about 10 years later, it's pretty crazy, but it's been great so far. Really happy.
That's great. Yeah. How has, this may not be a fair question, you've only been here a week, but how has Baylor and Waco maybe changed from what you remember?
I've been back a few times with my other coaching stints, like with tournaments and coming and playing. So I've got to see a little bit of the progression, but if I'm thinking back to my time to now, it's a big change. I mean, Waco was great when I was here, but it's a lot. There are more things to do now. Great restaurants. The downtown is so cool. So there's just a lot of different things. So I was even thinking to myself, I mean, I've been here now a week, but I'm like, I have to go and explore and kind of rediscover a little bit of Waco again, which is awesome. But it's changed a good bit, but it'll be fun to do.
Good. And it's changed in a good way. I mean, it's 100%. Grown, and we got more restaurants here, and all kinds of things. Yeah. I mean, it's fun to get your perspective on that. And it's got to be different also. Last time you were here full time, you were a student athlete, and you're
a little different. You kind of got the blinders on a little bit.
Exactly. Now it's a different perspective, isn't it?
It's going to be fun to explore and kind of get to know Waco a little bit better again. So many coffee shops and restaurants, and when I was playing, I actually did not drink a drop of coffee. Now that I'm, I guess, older and an adult at this point, I definitely do. So I love going and trying different places, and there's so many. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So you'll see me trying a different couple spots.
Cool. I think we got some good spots for you here.
Oh, for sure. I've already tried a couple.
Good. And a lot of coffee drinkers that can give you some suggestions.
No doubt about it.
Yeah. Let's go back to your time here at Baylor. How'd you get to Baylor? Oh, Joey recruited you. What was that like?
Oh my goodness, it was crazy. So coming out of high school, I mean, had a lot of different places, a lot of different offers, talked to a lot of coaches, which was awesome. But it just felt right here. I actually had not come on a visit, and my sister, who was a volleyball player at the time, she went and played at Lubbock Christian and then transferred here actually just to do her nursing, pre-nursing here. But she was at the volleyball camp. And so I was like, you know what? Like, this is perfect. I'll just come and have the weekend off. So I felt bad, but I texted, or I think called Joey and Allison Ojeda, who was the associate head at the time. I was like, hey, like, I'm going to be there tomorrow. I don't know if you have time, but like, would love to see you guys then. And so credit to them. They were able to do it, saw everything, and it was great. But the recruiting process is the same but different all at the same time from it was then to now. But Joey and Allison were awesome. They had a vision for my game. They wanted to build it, and at that point they only had one spot, so the pressure was a little on. It's like, what am I going to do? And left here, my parents are like, hey, it's a great spot, but think about it for like a week. And I did, and then it felt right. The people were awesome. The facilities are amazing. Baylor, being a Christian program too, that was a big part for me as well.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But you had other options. I mean, it wasn't Baylor or bust. I mean, you had other options.
There are a lot of different things on the table. Yeah.
All right. Confirm or deny this story.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
From Joey. On your visit with your mom.
Yes.
What was the assessment of your game that you got from Joey Scrivano?
I wasn't even going to say that. I was going to let him slide on that one.
I'm not going to let him slide.
Yeah. We talk about it all the time and joke around. He basically came in as like, you're a great player. He said, but everything's on the table to change. Everything can get better. The only thing we're not touching is your slice. And that was, you know, because in recruiting, it's more like you're amazing.
Right,
or some people go that route. And so I walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, like I kind of wasn't ready for that. I was a little shocked. And I'm one that's like, you're going to do that. You're going to challenge me. Like, that's kind of what I was up for it. And so I left, and I'm not saying I was like really mad, but I was like, wow, okay, like this is interesting.
Sure.
And my mom, I love her to death, but she's the biggest mama bear, if you will. And she was just like, Blair, like, I don't know, like that's very different than any other coach. Like, he's wanting to do this and do that and like expand. He was like, you really need to think about it. And for me, I'm like, this is a challenge I'm going to take. And she was like, take some time. And my mom obviously is so happy I came here.
Sure.
Loves Joey, all of it.
Sure.
But yeah, that was a different thing. And
I
so
bet.
we still laugh about it. I was like, so have you pulled that on any other recruit recently? He was just like, no, I knew you could do it. He's like, and I just felt like this was where we needed to go. So it was something, to say the least.
Your mom wasn't happy, was she?
No.
I mean, that wasn't you know, you think about a recruiting visit, and you're right.
Yeah.
It's normally you're blowing smoke,
A little
and you
bit,
know,
yeah.
and this was kind of the opposite of that.
It was like, we saw the facility, it was great, and then we sat down, and I'll joke with Allison about it too. He was like, I thought we lost you right then and there. And I was like, for a second, I was like, what is this? But I was just like, if he's thought that hard about my game, and like, I did want to go and like continue to grow and be better, and so I did here. Obviously, I started at 5 and ended at 1. It was just something that was very different. So I always tell him, I was like, that was a big risk you took.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, but he was like, with one spot, like I needed to kind of test it a little bit. I was like, okay, fair enough.
How about that?
Yeah, but yeah, my mom was like, didn't love it, to say the least, at the beginning.
But he obviously saw something in you that knew you would respond well to that.
Yeah, I think so. And that's just getting to know me, getting to know my family, my background, and, you know, my parents are awesome, but they were like, you're going to work hard on whatever you do. Like, we don't care what it is, but you're going to do it. And then my dad being a college coach as well, it was always attitude and effort. And I was so sick of hearing that. And I was like, oh my gosh, because he had it on shirts for his kids as well. And I was like, oh, this is just so annoying at times. But now it's terrible. Like, I'm a coach, and like those are two of my big things. And I'm like, Dad, I guess you were right on that one.
How about that? But it kind of lit a fire in you, didn't it?
It did.
Right. I mean, not that you didn't have it before, but kind of fanned that flame.
It did, and he knew like I'm one of the most competitive people out here. Even I'm better now, but like even when I used to play girls in practice, and I was like, but now it's like, okay, whatever it is to get you guys better.
That is a gamble, though.
It was a big
throw
one.
that on you on your recruiting visit. Your dad's a baseball coach, right?
He was. He played for the Red Sox organization and then coached quite a while, and so we always grew up with some sort of ball or bat or whatever in our hands, all of us. I had 2 older brothers and a younger sister, and we all had our sports. 3 of us played in college. And then my brother, Brent, played football in high school and was great, but he was like, I'm good. So we were always a sports family. So no matter what we were doing, there was some sort of competition going on.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
What were the other sports your brothers and sisters played?
Brooks played baseball for a couple of years in college, and then he went through a few different baseball organizations. He signed with the A's. Brant was football. Nice. And my sister Bryce, she got the height. I did not get the height. She was an outside hitter for volleyball, and she signed with Lubbock Christian and then ended up kind of having some injuries. So she actually transferred here, and she was with me for 2 years. We lived together for 2 years here, and she did the pre-nursing. So she was 2 years here, and then she went 2 years in Dallas.
Nice. Very good.
She's doing great. Yeah.
Very good. Where did the playing tennis start for you?
Crazy enough, no one in my family had really played. And so our family, like my 2 older brothers, there's a pretty big gap. Like same parents, just a big gap of 9 years. And so they were off kind of doing their thing in school. And then my sister and I were 4 and 3 running around and driving my mom crazy at times. And so she's like, we need to put you guys in some sort of like morning program to like get you guys moving and whatever. It was called Little Scoopers, and we were in Lubbock, Texas. And so put both of us in there, and I just kind of took to tennis. I was like, Mom, like I really like it. Can I do like group lessons or private lessons or whatever? And it just went from there. And my sister kind of stayed with it for a little bit, but she had her other sports as well. But yeah, that's how it started. Like it wasn't like you're going to be a tennis player. It's like I was already playing like t-ball and softball. I played all the sports growing up, but that one just stuck.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very good. From a very early age, right?
Yeah, I started when I was 4.
Yeah, 4 years old.
Yeah, I played every sport known to man when 2, 3, 4. Like I was the bat girl for my brother's stuff, and I was playing soccer and softball and added tennis in there, and I played multiple sports up until I was 12,
How about
13.
that?
Yeah.
Right. And at that point, zeroed in on tennis?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it was just hard to make everything work because, I mean,
Sure.
tennis, I mean, all sports you have to be committed
Right.
to, but tennis is just a lot of travel, a lot of things, and I think the last 2 sports I dropped, softball, I think I was 11, and then basketball, I think it was like 12 or 13.
Gotcha.
But I loved them, but just the time constraints and everything
Yeah,
else.
very good.
Yeah.
And so through high school, great high school career.
Yeah, yeah.
Come to Baylor, and I mean, I was just reminding myself, you had a great career here. I mean, three times All-American. I
Yeah.
introduced you to the Baylor Vision crew
Yeah,
as
yeah,
All-American.
yeah. It
Blair
was crazy.
Shankle,
Yeah, yeah.
which is true, and 6 times All Big 12. One of the most impressive things, you were twice the Big 12 Scholar Athlete of the Year,
Yeah.
and that is impressive. So each sport, if you don't know, each sport, men's and women's, have one Scholar Athlete every year. Twice, you were the women's tennis Big 12 Scholar Athlete of the Year.
Yeah, no, it was quite a great time, and I finally got the academic All-American as well. That was a big one for me,
Yes.
and yeah, it was crazy, but loved it.
Okay, thanks for mentioning that. Academic All-American. You
goodness.
did leave Baylor with a 4.0 grade point average.
Yes, I did.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on that. Yeah. That's, where does that, I mean, obviously you had a focus
Yeah.
on your game, plus
Yeah.
in the classroom. Where's that come from?
I just think growing up, I was competitive in everything, and my parents were like, you're obviously going to care about sports, but you're going to care about academics. I would say my dad a little bit more was driving sports, and my mom was driving academics. So they didn't really have to worry about any of us, but especially me, because I was upset when I made below a 90. So
Right. You were one of those, right?
I was a little crazy at times, but yeah,
That's funny.
I was one of those, and so it just worked that way. But I mean, the people here, the professors at Baylor, are amazing. Like all of the staff were great, because it's not like I wasn't traveling and doing things. Like
Right.
it was just, it takes a village to be good, and they were great and helped
Yeah.
me out a ton.
Business?
Yep, accounting undergrad and
Yep.
master's.
Yep,
So I
yep.
finished. I did the 5-year program. So
Okay.
I finished with a master's of taxation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool. That's great. Congratulations to you on your success there. I mean, that's just so impressive. Does that help on the recruiting trail? I mean, you've got that story to tell along with the tennis.
I think sometimes when I say, like, yeah, I have my master's in accounting, I have my CPA and all of those things, which is great. They're like, so you're coaching? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I loved it. My 5th year, Joey helped let me hang around and coach. And then I went to Ole Miss, at the time was volunteer assist. And so my parents and we kind of had an agreement. It was like, I'm going to try it out for a year or 2. But my mom was like, but you're also going to study for your CPA and you're going to take all the tests, and like they'll help, with whatever I
Gotcha,
needed.
right.
So I was like, that was the deal we struck.
Right.
And so I got through that and thankfully passed my tests and loved that. And I was just like, you know what? Like, I want to make this a full-time deal. So that's
Good.
how it worked.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice to have options, right?
Yes.
You
yes.
you want to do coaching. You thought you wanted to
Yeah.
do coaching, but you had something pretty good to
For
fall
sure.
back on if you needed to. That's impressive, and your parents made sure of that also.
Yeah. They were great about it.
So one other note about your playing career. You said you started at number 5.
Yep, I did.
You ended up number 1, ranked as
did.
high as number 3 in the nation.
Yep.
I mean, it was a great career. What
Yeah.
stands out from your playing time here?
Oh, I mean, so many fun
So many
memories.
wins, yeah.
Yeah. The wins were awesome, but just like the team wins, I mean, hosting the NCAAs here.
Yeah. That was 15, is that right?
That was 15. We
Yeah.
made an Elite 8 run that year.
That was fun.
And just I still remember the match. We played Virginia, and it came down and to Rachel James Baker at line 4. And I think it was almost midnight when we won the match, because there were like rain delays and everything
Yeah.
else. But I mean, that's obviously a core memory. Winning some Big 12 titles was amazing. All of the things, and just getting to meet a ton of people, and my teammates are awesome. And my last year was, crazy in itself, just
Right.
with the different success I had with managing that and I was in master's classes at the time and had an injury. So it was just a culmination of everything, but just the people are special. I mean, there's just so many people I've met and still are great friends with here. Yeah.
That's so cool. Remind everybody, who were some of your teammates when you were here playing?
Oh my goodness. Teresa Van Zyl, Jordan Sanford, Alex Latu, Alex Clay, Rianne Newborn.
Yeah.
I mean, the list goes on and on
great.
and on.
That's great.
Yeah.
Those were some great years.
Yeah.
And just at such a high level, and the program was such a high level every year. I mean, Baylor was a team to beat.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's fun. From there, you think you want to go into coaching?
Yep.
You stayed here as a year. Would that be a grad assistant?
Yeah, yep, it was.
And then did that for a year, and then it was off to Ole Miss.
Yes.
And let me see if I've got the schools right. Okay, I said earlier.
Yeah,
you,
we're
you
gonna
moved
test you
around
on
a bit.
it.
Here
Yeah,
we
I
go.
did know.
So Baylor is
Yep.
1. Ole Miss is 2.
Yep.
Utah.
There you go.
Before they were in the Big 12.
Yes, they were
Way
still
before.
Pac-12.
Okay.
Yep.
So Utah, and then you come back to Texas, coach at SMU.
Yep.
And Rice most recently.
You got it.
Is that it?
That is it.
So you have a very colorful closet, don't you?
Yes, I have
From
quite a
those
few,
stops.
quite a few things. Yes,
Right.
yes.
And now back home
Yep.
and back at Baylor.
Yep.
Was this ever a goal to get back here?
I mean, it's always special if you can come back to your alma mater.
Yeah.
I think so much with college athletics is about timing, and if you're at a spot and they're at a spot, and if it works, it's great. I've been lucky with a lot of my stops, like timing wise, because I loved my time at Ole Miss and at Utah. But when I had a chance to come back just to the state of Texas, it was something I really wanted to do. I'm very close with my family, so to have them closer was great. But you just never know where you're going to end
Sure,
up. Every
that's true.
time I think I'm going to I know this, and this changes.
Right.
So.
Right. And there's
Just
so many
never know.
variables.
There are a lot of variables. I mean, Joey and I have always had a great relationship. I mean, obviously as a player, and now being a mentor and talking. So you never knew. It wasn't anything I was trying to gunning for or anything like that.
Sure.
But when it came up this year, I was just just
That's
can't turn
great.
it down. And I was excited to get back home.
That's great.
Yeah.
He didn't pull that stunt on you I'm not sure if you can handle this, associate head coach. I've only got one spot here. I got to make sure you're the right person. He didn't pull that
have
again,
to test
did he?
me this time.
That's good.
No. Yeah.
He knew from your time
Yeah.
here. Well, so great to have you back.
Yeah.
And I think you started July 1st. You've
I
already been
did.
on a recruiting trip.
Yeah,
and-
we hit the ground running. So I
Right,
just got
right.
back from it. So yeah.
What's it like? What's your schedule like here in the summer?
It varies, obviously, but we do have some of the girls here training
Okay.
with us, which is awesome. So I'm getting to play with them, hit with them, get to know them. So it's a lot of fun with that, and just carving out periods of time where it's hey, we got to go to these couple of spots and try and recruit and just kind of balance it. So
That's great.
It's been good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of new coaches come here, and
Yes.
I say, do you know your way around town? You know your way around town pretty well, so
I
that's
hope
a head
so.
start.
I'm still trying to figure some stuff out again and
Right.
be but I know the main points.
That's true.
So
That's
we'll
true.
take it.
Well, it's so great to have you back.
Yeah.
I mean, this is such a great hire to get you back,
Well,
associate head
appreciate
coach
it.
for women's tennis, back where you were had an All-American career. And
Yeah.
thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Glad we caught you in town for a few
Yeah,
minutes
I'm here.
to sit down with you.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
very much.
No, thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to being back and seeing what we can do with the Baylor Bears.
Same here.
Yeah.
Thanks. Blair Shankle, new associate head coach for Baylor women's tennis, one of Baylor tennis's all-time greats, now back on staff with Joey Scrivano. That is our Sick'em podcast presented by HD Waco.